And we're here today with Amanda Andersky. She's with the program Bright Beginnings. And Amanda, can you go ahead and just give an overview of what Bright Beginnings is and how it helps kids and parents?
Absolutely. So Bright Beginnings is the central intake and referral agency for Help Me Grow. Help Me Grow offers two programs, early intervention and home visiting. Both of those programs are designed to support families with young children as well as pregnant women. They are both run through our intake office, and we process the referrals and we do outreach and events. And the home visiting is geared towards the pregnant women and the families with young children to offer support and connection to resources. And early intervention is for parents with newborns up till the age of 3 to help if there are any delays in development, diagnosed medical conditions, things like that. Both of the services are at no cost. They are home-based. At this time, obviously, though, they are virtual or by phone, and they're also offering curbside services as well.
Cool. So what are the programs then that are specifically geared towards helping kids in their development?
Yeah, so with early intervention and home visiting, actually, both of those programs do different evaluations where they determine if the service is needed specifically for early intervention. So once services are determined to be needed for a child and a family, they will be assigned the primary service provider, which could either be physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech pathology, and all of those appointments are going to be in their home and at no cost and are going to be scheduled and organized by their service coordinator. In the home visiting program, it is geared towards more resources and things like that, but they do the evaluations to determine if there are milestones that are being missed or if there are any need for extra intervention. So both programs are available at the same time to families, and the service coordinators and home visitors can refer between the programs, so a family can have a home visitor and a service coordinator.
Awesome. So what does the intake process look like? Does somebody first call the office and then paperwork, or?
Yeah, so anybody is able to make a referral. A family can refer themselves, any kind of provider, even a family friend, it really doesn't matter. We have a website, which is helpmegrow.org, that has a referral form that will go straight to our intake office. You can also do our paper referral form as well, and email or fax or send it via snail mail to the intake office as well. Once the referral comes into the intake office, it's processed, and one of our wonderful intake specialists will contact the family, and they will go through more of the in-depth process of questions, information about the family, information about the child, whether mom is pregnant, things like that. And then they will get them enrolled into the program. And once that happens, either the service coordinator will contact them or a home visitor will contact them, depending on what program they've been referred to.
That's awesome. And you said before there's like a whole host of programs available, occupational, physical therapies, all that, and it's all no cost?
That's right. Yeah. So with early intervention, research shows that 80% of a child's brain develops by the time that they turn age 3. So the goal of early intervention is to reduce the need for further interventions at an older age. It helps them get ready for school, helps them transition into, the social, emotional, and learning of everything. So when the program is set up, depending on that need, and the service provider will come to their home or where the family is comfortable, I should say, like post-COVID, pre-COVID, if it was a childcare center or even a library, wherever the family is that they're comfortable is where the person or the people are going to come to provide the services. So it doesn't have to be in the family's home. I just wanted to make note of that. And then early intervention is not income-based, so it is available to all families that would qualify if there was that need in development or medical condition. And once the child does turn 3 and they are going to be transitioning into the school system, the service coordinator helps the family do that. So they contact the school district where the family lives, and they help set up a plan so that it's it's in process before the child even begins school, so that it doesn't leave the family, hanging out to dry. The program is totally voluntary as well, though. So if a family does decide that, they think they feel good and they don't need it anymore, they can leave at any time. They don't have to stay until the child turns 3, but we do see that most families do. And then a quick side note as well about our home visiting, that is income-based, so that is geared towards low-income families specifically.
And then also, Help Me Grow has a big thing about parenting too, and helping parents. I saw Parents as Teachers. That seems to be a big program. Can you?
Yeah, so Parents as Teachers, unfortunately, in our area is only available in Cuyahoga County. But the idea of the parents being involved as like the first teacher, for their child before they hit school is very important in both the regular home visiting program and early intervention. So the biggest thing that is promoted in both of the programs is that children learn best in their everyday environment, and that parents are their teachers, are the first teachers that the child is going to have. So when a service coordinator or a home visitor comes in, they're showing the parents or the caregiver, the best way to do something, or like good, tips and tricks and different ways to, play with toys, but in a developmentally stimulating way, so that it's not the provider there doing all of the work. It's the parent learning to do that with their child, so that they're not just doing it a once a week appointment. They're doing it all the time now. So even when their providers leave, they're still engaging in that play or that activity or those, exercises that were given to them by their service coordinator or their home visitor when they're gone. And then hopefully, ingraining that behavior and those practices long afterwards too.
Cool. So you mentioned that one of the ways you said pre and post COVID meeting anywhere. And I think you'd mentioned that things are happening virtual right now. What platforms are you all using, and how do you go about getting people registered, that kind of thing?
So basically it's been whatever is working best for the family, depending on their available software or internet connections, things like that. So it could just be FaceTime, it could be Zoom, even a Facebook Messenger video. So it's been whatever works. There have been occasional phone calls even without video. And obviously it poses difficulties, but there have also been good online resources as well. And I know that specifically in Jaga County, the early intervention provider, which is through the Metzenbaum Center, the County Board of Developmental Disabilities, they do Facebook Live sessions with various providers to target and help and show parents and families just different ways to, engage and be active during this time with their families and with their kids. And so it's, it's definitely a learning curve, but it all seems to be working very well. So even if, they're not having that face-to-face contact with their service providers or their home visitors or their service coordinators, they're still able to at least have ideas of how to continue to do that virtually. And even if it is on the phone. And like I said, too, there's been, if there's been a need, that a family has for something, there's been, just real basic at the front porch, drop it off with the mask and, or meet out in the driveway, things like that. So they're doing everything that they can to really make sure that they have all of the resources that they need, even though they can't be in the homes right now.
Cool. So another big component of this was also to get people who are looking for places to volunteer and make an impact the opportunity to find places to do that. So how can people volunteer or help support Bright Beginnings?
Well, as of now, what I would have said before is that we would need help with our big summer type events. So we always say summer is outreach season because of all of the different festivals and various events, things like that. Having people help at our tables, and talking to families. Unfortunately, that's not to be this summer, but there are different ways that I'm sure people would be able to connect if they were interested in what service coordinators do or what home visitors do. And that would be contact that they would have to make through the agencies that specifically provide the two services. So in Jaga, Catholic Charities and Metzenbaum Center for home visiting and early intervention, respectively, and Lake County Catholic Charities and Crossroads. But I'd be able to provide the information to you if you wanted to share it with people. If people want to maybe, I guess, shadow or see. I'm not exactly sure how it all works, but I'm sure there is opportunity in there somewhere for people to really, do that. But hopefully next summer we could get some people out, with us in the summer, or even in the fall, helping out and talking to people, talking to families, and really helping to spread that information. But something that everybody could do right now is just to tell your friends, tell family. If you know somebody that's pregnant or that has a young baby, let them know, hey, you need this extra support. Like, everybody needs extra support, right? It doesn't matter who you are, what you're going through. Everybody could use an extra hand in any respect. So Help Me Grow is there, and it is at no cost, and it is a really, really amazing program, and we really would like everybody to just talk about it all the time. So that's the biggest thing that anybody could do, is just talk to people and let them know that we're here and we're still here and we're not going anywhere.
Excellent. Is there anything else you want people to know about Bright Beginnings or Help Me Grow that we didn't cover?
Like I said, we are still trucking along through everything virtually and taking referrals and outreach canvassing, all virtual. For the most part, we are available for meetings and presentations to answer any questions and things like that. When in doubt, make a referral. If people are interested in materials, the one thing I wanted to show is that we do have these face masks that we are providing. If anybody does need something like this, we have them, and we would be happy to get them out. So just don't hesitate to reach out to any of our Help Me Grow contacts.
Excellent. Well, thanks, Amanda, and thank you and everyone else at Bright Beginnings and Help Me Grow for all the awesome work you do helping to make an impact in kids' lives.
Yes, thank you. Thanks for setting this up. This is great. I appreciate it.
No problem.